everything. It threw him out.
Capoeira is an Afro-Brazilian martial art and game that incorporates elements of dance, acrobatics, music, and spirituality. This martial art emphasizes fluid movements from a rigid standing position, a swaying step that usually becomes the focal point of this technique. Capoeira is typically recognized for its dance-like movements and attacks, which often take the form of curved kicks, spins, punches, and sweeps. With these characteristics, is Capoeira capable of defeating karate, which relies on various types of unarmed attacks, including punches, kicks, elbow techniques, knee techniques, and elbow strikes? During this sparring session, we witness a Capoeira expert going up against a karate fighter. So, will this match be intense despite being just a sparring session? At the beginning of the fight, both fighters take their time assessing the situation before launching any attacks. This cautious approach helps them avoid reckless moves that could backfire. The Capoeira expert initiates the fight by delivering a series of kicks. However, these attacks don't seem to have much effect on the karate fighter. Not long after, the karate fighter attempts a counterattack, but unexpectedly, his own kick causes him to lose balance and fall. Determined not to make the same mistake twice, the karate fighter becomes more careful in his approach. Fortunately, this time, his spinning kick lands successfully without causing him to stumble. Still in the same venue, another Capoeira expert steps up to face a karate fighter. But who would have thought that the match would end like this? Right from the start, the karate fighter appears highly aggressive in taking on his Capoeira opponent, leading the audience to believe they already know who will come out on top.
To outweigh their desire to succeed.
The peak of the fight comes when the karate fighter lands a precise punch straight to his opponent's face, causing the Capoeira expert to crash onto the floor. After that blow, the Capoeira expert becomes significantly more cautious, ensuring he doesn't fall into the same trap again. Since this is merely a sparring session, there are no winners or losers, just a test of skill and technique. However, if you feel that the competitive spirit of a fight is lacking, then this video might be the perfect solution. In this match, Japanese karate fighter Nobutatsu Suzuki faces off against Brazilian Capoeira expert Marcus Venicius. So sit back and enjoy this incredible fight.
Yeah, I'm, like I said, Seto Kaikan, and I'm Sabaki champion. And I really think Sabaki is very important in any type of martial arts.
As soon as the referee signals the start of the match, both fighters proceed with caution. However, it's clear that Venicius dominates the fight, forcing his opponent out of the ring. But it doesn't stop there. Venicius' aggression against Suzuki, a karate expert, becomes even more evident. In fact, he pushes Suzuki out of the ring once again. It becomes increasingly clear that Venicius has the upper hand over Suzuki after landing 2 solid punches and driving him out of the ring. This proves that Venicius is fully in control of the fight.
Look at them both. Yeah. Very aggressive. Nice straight.
And he lands a hard punch and boom. Suzuki's out.
Not wanting to be outdone, Suzuki tries to match Venicius' pace. Unfortunately, Venicius is far more skilled, once again forcing Suzuki outside the ring. And in the end, 2 powerful kicks from Venicius seal Suzuki's fate, leaving him with a decisive loss.
Look at this Capoeira, how he's moving his arms.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that. He's down. That's it.
Spinning back.
The clash between Capoeira and karate can also be seen in this sparring match between 2 young fighters. The one wearing white pants represents Capoeira, while the one in black pants represents karate. The intensity of the fight quickly escalates as the Capoeira fighter launches a kick, leaving the karate fighter with no choice but to retaliate. This exchange of attacks doesn't happen just once. Moments later, both fighters engage in another round of kicks, continuing their fast-paced sparring session. An amateur video captures a showdown between a capoeira expert and a karate fighter. So, who will emerge victorious? From the start, the capoeira fighter dominates the match with a series of relentless attacks, leaving the karate fighter with no choice but to defend. Before long, the capoeira expert attempts to take his opponent down by grabbing and throwing him, bringing the fight to the ground. What's even more impressive is that the capoeira fighter follows up with a spinning kick and manages to lock his opponent's leg. However, this move gives the karate fighter a chance to counterattack. As the fight reaches its climax, both fighters continue exchanging attacks, each striving for victory. An intense sparring match unfolds between capoeira and Taekwondo schools, where fighters from both disciplines go head-to-head. First up, a capoeira expert faces a Taekwondo fighter who is significantly larger than him. But will he manage to win? As soon as the fight begins, the capoeira fighter suddenly launches a spinning kick at his opponent. However, surprisingly, the referee awards the victory point to the Taekwondo fighter, forcing the capoeira fighter to accept defeat. Now, for the next match, the Taekwondo fighter faces a more evenly matched opponent, as this capoeira expert has a similarly large build. As the fight kicks off, the capoeira fighter appears to hold his own against his opponent. Could this be the moment where the capoeira team turns the tables? But unexpectedly, as he tries to maintain distance, the Taekwondo fighter lands a precise kick straight to his face, leaving the capoeira fighter visibly stunned. And at the climax of the match, the Taekwondo fighter delivers another kick, earning him the victory from the referee. Returning to the first capoeira fighter this time, he faces an opponent of similar size. However, that doesn't mean his opponent is weak. On the contrary, the Taekwondo fighter proves to be highly aggressive with his attacks. But thanks to his incredible skill, the capoeira expert secures victory with his deadly kicking techniques. Now, the final match will determine which group emerges victorious. Both fighters are giving it their all. Fueled by excitement, the capoeira fighter unleashes his signature move, a spinning kick, catching his opponent completely off guard. Not only that, but he also demonstrates that he can execute Taekwondo-style kicks just as effectively. However, in an unexpected turn of events, victory shifts back to the Taekwondo fighter. Using a sweeping technique, he secures the win as the referee declares him the victor.